Bruce Sutter made his Hall of Fame pitch from the best 1981 Topps baseball card. By almost any objective measure, and many subjective ones, the 1981 Topps baseball card set is the best of a flawed lot of base issues from that strike-shortened year. Consider, Topps checked in at 726 cards, 66 more than Fleer and 121 more than Donruss. Topps squeezed in a ton of rookies thanks to their Future Stars cards. Topps added All-Star banners to guys who participated in the 1980 Midsummer Classic. Topps dedicated a handful of cards to the 1980 playoffs and World Series. Topps featured a solid baseball design with a team cap on every card. Topps celebrated 1980 highlights with record-breaker cards. Topps continued their tradition of team cards. Topps offered a variety of image types throughout their set. Topps cards were relatively error-free, in stark contrast to Fleer and Donruss. Lots of good stuff. It wasn't all Butch and Wenger and Pete Roses for Topps. Many of the photos were dark and dingy, several were grainy. The mushy brown cardstock came back for another year and felt cheap compared to Fleer, though not necessarily to Donruss. Also, Topps was inconsistent with where they stuck young stars. Kirk Gibson got a solo rookie card, but Tim Raines, he got lumped in with Roberto Ramos and Bobby Page as Expos Future Stars. And Fernando Valenzuela ended up on a Dodgers Future Star fodder. Donruss managed to get Raines on a single card of his own, and Fleer featured Ferdinand Valenzuela all by himself. Still, 1981 Topps was a solid set with plenty of choices for best card. You could make a case for plenty of singles as the top of the heap, in fact. Here are a few that ranked high on my list. Pete Rose, this was the first superstar card I pulled from a pack. Manny Sanguillen, he looked so darn happy. Roland Office can't believe what's lurking there behind the cameraman. Bobby Boone has great hair even in the middle of a play at the plate. Mike Schmidt looks like he could whip your team with his bare hands. Kent Tekulve follows through, upright, while a New York Mets, Bruce Beauclair, looks on from second base. Gary Carter is ready for battle. Ellis Valentine protects his face with a dinosaur bone. Tom Houseman is all passion and motion. So which one is actually the best? Well, that's another question rife with subjectivity and moment-to-moment whims. But right now, and given the cards I've already picked for various other types of posts, I'm having trouble looking past the 1981 Topps Bruce Sutter card. Now, critics can ding me right away because there's a ton of background in this image, and none of it is Wrigley Field. But none of that matters. In fact, it's part of what makes this card great. We get an almost full-body Sutter following through on a pitch that's almost coming at us head-on, but is skewed a bit to our right. It's like we're standing in a very close to the plate on-deck circle, or like Bruce is putting some gusto into an intentional walk. The ball is in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, just under the green National League All-Star banner. It's balanced, not quite symmetrically, with the Topps baseball in the lower right-hand corner, and Sutter straddles the Cubs hat as he finishes off his offering. His long hair flies like wings from under his own cap and gives you the unsettling feeling that he might be a bit wild. A chilling thought when the baseball is coming in head high. Had this been any pitcher other than Sutter, it would have still been an effective card. But knowing that Sutter was perhaps the top reliever in the game when this shot was snapped makes it all the more impactful. The card back helps reinforce this idea too, especially the cartoons. Was winning pitcher in 2 straight All-Star games, and holds National League record for saves with 37 in 1979. Sutter was so good during that 1979 season, in fact, that he won the National League Cy Young Award, even though J.R. Richard and Phil Niekro might have had stronger cases. And if all that isn't enough to make this card a keeper in your mind, consider that it's also the very last time Sutter appeared on a base Topps card in his Chicago Cubs uniform. On December 9, 1980, the Cubs shipped Sutter to the St. Louis Cardinals for Leon Durham and Ken Ritz. The Cards would also throw in Ty Waller on December 22nd. Durham helped the Cubs to a division title in 1984, but Sutter kept chugging right along for St. Louis and was a key part of their pennant-winning team in 1982. The Cardinals let him walk as a free agent after the 1984 season, and Sutter finished up a 3-year run with the Atlanta Braves. All told, Sutter crafted a relatively short 12-year but dominant career during which he racked up an even 300 saves, and helped bring the split-fingered fastball into mainstream use. For his efforts, he was elected to the Hall of Fame in 2006, just the second reliever after Hoyt Wilhelm to achieve this status. And if there was a Cooperstown for 1981 Topps baseball cards, Bruce Sutter's last Cubs card would be right there with him. Like our video? Then like our video and subscribe to our channel. WaxPackGods.com